So red plays reserves, plays another reserves, increases population, builds cavalrymen, builds cannon, and ends turn. Why are these cultural influence? So I get 4 culture, so I'd hope to get a movies built before that came out, but it didn't happen. But 4 cultures, 4 culture. Develops computers, upgrades, Winston Churchill. So red's not playing events. Why is red not playing events? Like, all of these events are reds. So does red not have an event? Or, like, this just seems strange. Maybe it's national pride. So what did exactly happen? Played 3 reserves cards. Oh yeah, actually I forgot to mention. So I didn't record it, but he did do another aggression, occupy, and I defended with 2 of my defense cards. So maybe he's just getting super aggressive, thinking I don't have any more. Maybe, I don't know. But he played 3 reserves cards and then built military. And then yellow took the other computers, took Churchill, developed computers, and upgraded. So yellow's going to go to Churchill. Yellow's behind on culture, but really none of us have very much culture, so it could all swing on just one thing happening. So what's that thing going to be? Yellow, I mean, yellow could do lots of things. They could do a war. They could get a modern army pretty easily with his tanks here. Then Air Force comes and they are suddenly very strong. What would they do? It would be, I don't really know. This math's probably not helpful right now, but 10 stronger plus 3 stronger, 13 stronger plus another 13, 26 plus another 5, 31. Get up to 52 pretty easily with just Revolutionary Idea gets you to 16, 19. So it would take a couple of turns, but yellow could pretty easily make that happen. Red can't really do much. Doesn't have much science. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. So it has a lot of science banked up. Not producing much food, not producing many resources. Oil is here. Depending on what happens, could be 1 or 2 actions. It seems a little late to get into oil. I think you'd be, with efficient upgrade, you'd be spending 4 resources to get 8 or 12. I mean, I guess it's not that bad a payoff. Steve Jobs, not that exciting, but maybe just to take care of this happiness problem. And then as you use your 17 plus 6 science, you're getting culture. And with such little culture happening here, those 4 cultures could make a really big difference. Could do the same with Einstein. Get a little extra science plus develop a bunch of stuff. And that would be, you could pull ahead pretty easily that way. I just need, I mean, my big problem here is I just don't have tactics. And the only tactic is this. I don't have the science to get into both right now, and I need to defend. And if I probably don't want to play an event. I don't know, let's see what the turn looks like. So we have to get stronger and get a couple population. Let's get another one, I guess. Immigration and civil unrest are in there. That's not good. So maybe we pull one off of one of these two. 15 food gets us 1, 2, 3 more. That's probably going to be enough. 18 gets us probably one more. The alternative is that. And resources go down. I don't know, I have a lot of resource production, so maybe we try that. Build these. Alright, we're at 30. So 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not enough. I don't know, you could do this, but it doesn't seem like a good use of that science. You could upgrade one more. Now we can cover 7 pretty easily. He might aggress me again, actually. Take that last defense card, and then he can't get too much stronger. Guess he can play Napoleonic Army. And that would get him 4 more. You get to 44. And then what do? I have to get to 40. I mean, you'd really just build another one of these, and that's not that hard to cover. Or just draw a tactic. That'd be even better. Or, you know, you could sort of prepare to get into this tactic. Mobile artillery by, what would you do? I guess develop tanks. Do, I don't know, something like that. Okay, so yeah, that I kind of forgot actually that I have the Great Wall. So that kind of sucks as far as the Great Wall is concerned, so those are definitely better. And then, it's interesting, I guess one of those. What's the alternative? Increase pop, build one of these. Now we're even closer. We saved some resources, I think. 2 instead of 4. We have this unhappy dude, so we have to do something with that. I'm thinking we probably save another unit there for next time if we need it. We upgrade. We can cover 7. So let's put that there for now and see what we do next. Okay, so if red is going to pull Jobs or Einstein and try to get culture that way, there's 17 right now. So democracy is looking real good for red. Fixes civil action problem. Gets 3 culture return, which makes a big difference right now when no one's making any culture. So I kind of like taking that. What else is red doing? Already has a military theory, so won't be taking this. Yellow could. Well, yellow has despotism. I didn't even notice that. And only 3 military actions. It's going to be hard to mount much of an attack here. But yellow could get military theory, and then only be 2 more. It's still a little challenging. So they're going to struggle there. So what else is red going to do? Engineering or oil? Oil is a lot less interesting to me, I think. Unless I'm doing impact of industry, engineering seems more interesting. So if no one got any stronger militarily, we could do movies and engineering and build 2 of them. So we'd spend 8, so we'd have 10 left. I don't know that we have enough resources for this many people. I'm almost well, so we have 1 civil action left. We can increase population, but I think that's not worth it because there's 2 events that might make that bad. So we might just do nothing, I guess. We could discover one of these, but I'm not sure which one yet is the right one. Just depends on what happens. Our hand is also completely full, which sucks. So let's see what else could we do? We could develop computers, upgrade a couple times. Increases our production by 2 and our science by 4. Also, 2 extra culture. Then with 3 left, we could take democracy, but not research it next time. And not get movies. It seems to be not worth it at this point. I also think we should reconsider that. I'm going to grab a population from here. From the selected breeding. Now we're 15, so about like 17 for the game or so, which is going to be 8 plus 5 is 13. It'll get us 3 more. Pretty sure the other one would get us 4 more if we think we could do 4. I think we could do 4 actually, because we're going to get. I mean, I think we could do 4 more, so we may want to not do that. That's probably a safer bet at this point. If we need more people for, troops and stuff. So we have 6 actions. What else can we do? United Nations, reserves. I think this doesn't really nullify what I think red's options are. Does red have any other options here? Do Gandhi get 2 culture? I don't think that would win it for him. Marlene, there's no movies left. Can't use Marlene. It's really Einstein and Steve Jobs are I think, the only outs that he has. So really you get one of those with some more civil actions. You pull science, research stuff, get culture. And this low culture game can make a huge difference, especially if you have good impact. So how do we nullify that a little bit? Well, oil's not gonna be a great, impact of tech, I guess. And then you could upgrade resources a little bit, but there is another oil coming. It doesn't help me at all either. So I think democracy is a good one, because red solves a bunch of problems with that. You get culture, you get civil actions, and I think engineering. Military theory is fine, but if I take that, then red can still get engineering and research it. If I take oil, then I don't have any good reason to research that, and he can just research engineering anyway. Granted, he doesn't get the upgrade, but I'm not sure those resources are going to particularly help him at this point. He'd get up to 7. So he'd have 7 resources next turn. He'd get up again. He could get up kind of high and maybe get a wonder. I'm not going to be able to keep all the governments from him because there's 3 more on the way. But I can make them more expensive. So one of them might come out in the 3 spot next turn versus 2. Which, I don't know, might be worth it. I'm leaving those reserves there for him, so he can get resources there. So he's going to be able to go oil, research, upgrade, reserves. And then, he probably can't do that though, because he'll have to take Steve Jobs or Einstein. Because if he does that, it's United Nations and Jobs. And military theory, he would lose his leader, so he's going to have to take one. Jobs or Einstein. Probably Jobs, really. I don't know, it's hard to tell because he doesn't have a lot of resources, but Jobs, oil, for culture, upgrade, take reserves. So he's gonna I can't keep both reserves from him, he probably won't get both. Can't keep the leaders, oil. I don't think I can do anything about that. I could not take democracy, but that seems like a poor choice at this point. I need to make it more expensive, so if Jobs was 1 and democracy was 2, take Jobs, elect, take democracy, discover. At least if it's, I don't know, it's really just adding 1 civil action and then there's some luck hoping that it doesn't come out for his turn. Then he has to wait a whole other turn. It's probably worth the risk at this point. So we'll do this, I think. We'll let this civil action go. We'll see what military does before the next turn. I don't think I'm worried about yellow as a threat here. I think yellow's just too far behind. You could take military theory and tanks, research both of them. So you could do that. You could declare war. Well, not this turn. He only has 19. You need 20 because you have 10 plus 6 plus 3 is 19. So you do it next turn. If we leave military theory and tanks for yellow. And really we're going to be 15, 10, maybe 7 when it gets to me. So I have 1 turn, 2 turns more. So next turn would be the last one for them to do anything militarily. So Manhattan Project would be a great wonder for me to grab. Spaceflight might end up being fine. Hollywood might end up being fine. United Nations is actually not the worst thing right now. Three culture for Impact of Wonders wouldn't be the worst thing. Now that we played that out, let's look back at these. So Crime Wave is fine. Iconoclasm is fine. Ravages of Time is fine. cost 2 culture. Well, it wouldn't. It'd be fine. Civil unrest is fine. National pride's good. Crime wave is fine. Independence declaration is bad. I lose 3 blues. So I'd have to do something. Increase pop or upgrade another one of these. So that would be kind of bad. Irrigation's fine. Cold War would kind of suck. Economic progress would be mostly fine. It might kind of suck, actually. Popularization of science would be fine. Politics of strength would be fine, kind of suck. I think it costs to be 1 card. Prosperity is fine. Okay, and then territories are, I don't know, fine. So I might not play one. I think I'm going to not play one at this point. The 3 culture is not worth it, but United Nations could help with that, but then I feel like I'm not nullifying what red might be able to do here enough. So 2 turns, if I can get into movies next turn, that would be 8, 16 culture, and then grab Hollywood. If I can get a yellow card, I'd be able to finish that. Engineering Genius. Both the reserves are going to be gone. Everything's going to be gone, actually, so it's going to be a little tight. So I'll have 6, 18, 40, 52. Well, no, just 40, because this turn, one more turn. So 18, 30. I do 8 on movies, 16. So I only have 14 left, which is not enough. This is assuming I don't have to spend anything anywhere else. So that makes me go back to this decision. Coming back to this could be better, because now we have 20, 34, and 16 for the movies. Leaves us 18, plus whatever yellow cards we grab. And that could be better. If we need to pull a pop from somewhere, we can if we need to, but we're still going to get 3 out of this. So let's do that. This is a long turn. It's interesting. I don't know if he stuck through it all, or if I edited some of this out. But let's go with this and see what happens. And we will discard this raid. I don't think we're going to use that. That's a pretty good set of cards, actually. There's no government. For red, there's no Air Force. Might come next turn, but